Man, damn.
Social Junkie Podcast is episode 138, guys. Again, if you hit that play button to be with us today, we appreciate all of y'all, man. Thank you. Everyone is here with us today, man. I go by the name of P. This guy to my right goes by the name. What's your name today? Supposed to be a different name every week. What is today? Jerron. P and Jerron here today with y'all, man. We appreciate y'all. Thank you to everybody that's listening worldwide. We really appreciate everybody, man. I want to let that be known. Excuse me. We really appreciate it. You thought I was gonna cry? I want to let that be known. We appreciate everybody, man. For real. Make sure you like and subscribe. We drop episodes every single week. Our audio episodes are on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and SoundCloud every single week. YouTube also a couple days after the audio episodes drop. Make sure you like and subscribe if you watch this video. Hello out there to everybody. I'm waving to the camera. If you're watching on YouTube, what up, everybody? Oh, wait, why you did that? Why you look like that?
You look extra greasy today, bro. Why?
Nigga, you look extra dry. Nigga, I'd rather look greasy than dry.
Sure? Can't really tell.
Yeah, because they can't see you, nigga.
They can see you shining.
And you got your fucking head, your fucking stolen hat on your head, nigga. All they can see is head.
I keep telling you that they didn't take the sensor off of that shit. And I bought it years ago.
You're a fucking liar, bro.
I'm telling you. Why would I steal a hat?
I don't know.
$7.
Can thieves really explain themselves? Why'd you take that candy? I don't know. What's the last thing you stole?
I don't steal.
We all been to the... Something in the Walmart self-checkout.
Some milk.
Not milk. It definitely was not milk. If you have a Q&A question for us, man, send it to socialjunkiepod@gmail.com. Anything you want to send out for our Q&A segment, man. We appreciate everyone that sent questions already out to us. Thank you, guys. socialjunkiepod@gmail.com. Again, thank you to our listeners.
Appreciate it. Yeah. Shout out to y'all.
Two songs I played was...
Shout out to y'all.
Yeah, thank you, man. We appreciate y'all. Shout out to everybody. What was the two? We supposed to say the song name. It was Larry June. I can't think of the first song. The second song was Mission Bay. I can't think of the first song. Sorry, guys. I want to give a shout out to my nigga Larry June, man. I'm new to Larry June. I know I'm kind of late on that shit, but that nigga reminds me of Currency. You know what? He does kind of sound like Ludacris on one part where he just said that. He said something. I was like, damn, he do kind of sound like Ludacris. I thought you was tripping at first. But shout out to Larry June, man. He talks about a lot of cool shit. Investing, eating healthy, motivational shit. I fuck with Larry June. He fuck with Currency too. He reminds me of Currency. He has a very good beat selection too. We always say that Currency, Rick Ross have the best beat selection. Larry June picks some pretty nice beats too. Like his shit is up there with Currency as far as beat wise. I saw he tweeted Currency yesterday saying that they want to do an EP together. So hopefully that happens. We'll see. But yeah, shout out Larry June, man. I'll do my shout out segment. Larry June, guys, fucking check out his music if you Where's he from? I think he's from San Francisco. But he's pretty dope, man. Let's do a podcast rundown so we can get this shit started.
Yeah, he's from San Fran.
He from San Fran? Yeah, his shit's pretty dope. I fuck with Larry June. I'm late, but he's dope. Better late than never. What's trending? I'm gonna start this week in What's Trending. We unfortunately have 5 different shootings to talk about from a week. Well, 2 of them are shit that we've talked about already, but we have 3 new shootings that we're gonna discuss after What's Trending. Got the music segment. We don't have too much for music. Got a couple things for sports. I have a question. I really had to pick my brain on this question today. I was like, how can I make this question hard to pick? So I have a scenario that we will discuss last. I was in the shower too. I was like, I don't know if that's weird, but I was in the shower and I was like, how can I make this question hard for this nigga to pick? Because, if I pick something easy, he going to go with the obvious answer. So I was like, I have to pick something that's difficult.
That's not even the weirdest thing you're saying. The weirdest thing that you're saying is that you're using the shower.
I was in the shower.
How could you be in the shower, but you still stink? You smell like shit.
Anyways, guys, what's trending? The mass shootings. We'll talk about music, sports. A little Q&A. Would you rather mashup?
Q&A mashup.
What's that first song that I played? The second one was Mission Bay. Hold on. What was the first one? A Million Not Enough. Larry June, A Million Not Enough, and Mission Bay.
Let me check. I forgot to check and see if we got a question, bro.
But yeah, man, we appreciate y'all as always, man. Apple Podcast, Spotify, and SoundCloud every week while he's checking that.
Make sure y'all send y'all questions, man. We keep telling y'all. Make sure y'all send y'all questions to our email, socialjunkiepod@gmail.com.
Yeah, man. Is that a fly?
Where?
I heard
Probably a mosquito. That you let in.
That loud?
It's probably near your ear.
I have headphones in. What happened to your headphones? You ain't gonna wear them no more?
No.
You just cool on that? But you did see the difference when you have them on, right?
Yeah, you do.
It's a big difference. But yeah, man. I'm gonna get started on what's trending as soon as he tells me he's done. Are you done?
No question.
All right. Well, I have a scenario that we're gonna discuss anyway. Oh damn! Do I remember what it was? Fuck! I didn't write it down. I remember what it was. I'll remember by that time. Y'all know my memory bad too, so I hope when we get to it, I actually remember what it was. The first thing I have for what's trending, there is a man who won a $10 million lottery prize. He was recently sentenced to 10 years. No, I'm sorry. $10 million. Life in prison. According to reports, Michael Todd Hill of North Carolina won a $10 million lottery prize in 2017 and has recently been sentenced to life in prison for the murder of his girlfriend, Kiana Graham. Sources say Graham was reported missing and found in a hotel room with a gunshot wound to the back of her head. Hill was the only person seen on surveillance video with Graham in the room and later admitted to shooting her after he discovered she was texting other men. Hill was convicted of first-degree murder and sentenced this past Friday. So that's $10 million down the drain. Rest in peace. What's her name? Kiana Graham. $10 million down the drain because you want to kill somebody over her texting other people. We talk about this kind of stuff all the time. Like, if you find out, fellas out there or ladies, if you find out your partner's cheating, don't ever take it to those extreme lengths to where now it just, this guy's, I mean, he won $10 million. A lot. My nigga Larry June said $1 million not a lot, but $10 million is that's a.
You just started listening to this dude and you already got quotes from him.
I just played that song. But anyways, that was funny. This situation is funny, however. Like I said, you're wasting, you're throwing your life away over, all you have to do is just find another significant other. I know it's annoying, and I know we don't want to go through that process, guys.
It's hard for people to start over.
I know it's hard for people to start over, but $10 million down the drain. I wonder how much he spent of that $10 million. It's been, what, 5 years?
So 5 years?
I would take $1 million and leave it in the bank and collect interest. I know that. The other 9, I have to figure the shit out. But that one, I'll take $1 million of it and definitely leave it in the bank.
Or you could do a beneficiary. But they're going to spend up all that money. Especially if you got life. Yeah. I mean, you can't spend it now, bro. Like, unless you be like, hey, man, I'll take $1 million of this and try to get me out of this thing. Out of jail. But you deserve to be in jail, so.
He was sentenced this past Friday. I forgot to unplug the charger, guys. Hold on.
Shit, just cut that off.
What do you think about that?
I mean, like you said, you shouldn't be getting that angry. But, I mean, who am I to say? You know, I wouldn't do that kind of stuff, but everybody gets angry when they do that kind of stuff. But that's going too far. You took somebody else's life, you know, just for something like that. It really is. It's just simple as just saying, you know what, I can't deal with this no more. She was cheating, then just move on, you know?
It's as simple as, bro, I'm up $10 million. Fuck this bitch. I'm moving on. Like, bro, it's that simple.
Did he know at that time he had won $10 million?
It says he won in 2017. He was the murder had to have happened after he won this money. It doesn't say the exact timeline, but I'm assuming the way that the article is written that the murder happened after fucking he won this money. Because this was 5 years ago he won that $10 million prize.
Well, now you got no money and now you living in a cell for the rest of your life. So
it doesn't even say how old he is. But yeah, rest in peace to Kiana Graham again. The next thing we have here, you know what? Before we talk about this next thing, I remember when we first talked about the coronavirus at my old crib. Not the when we was in the movie theater. The crib before that. We talked about it like it was nothing. And then it blew up to be the fucking pandemic. So this monkeypox shit that's going on right now. What is monkeypox? Like, do you turn into a monkey? You get chickenpox, do you turn into a monkey?
Maybe it's chickenpox and monkeys and it's mutated.
I heard that a lot of people are catching it from sex. I swear.
Monkey sex.
No, they said that's how AIDS started, but they say a lot of the crazy things. Yeah, that's how AIDS started. Somebody fucked a monkey, and that's how AIDS started, apparently.
Get the fuck out of here. They said that?
Yeah. I swear.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you can look that up. Yeah. So that's how AIDS started. But yeah, monkeypox they have the first case here in Georgia. A man in Atlanta, actually, who has a history of international travel. That's the only news I have. The public health announced that. The Georgia Department of Public Health announced that this week, so... just be careful, guys, because like I said, I remember that fucking coronavirus, but I don't think the monkeypox is killing people, though. I don't think it's, like, killing people like how coronavirus was. But I just remember how lightly we talked about the coronavirus in China, and then that shit came over here.
Let me look up the symptoms of this shit.
I seen a picture of the dude's hands. Like, Like, it looks like chickenpox, but why is it called monkeypox? And then
Maybe
every
it's
picture I
mutated.
see is on a black person. Like, why are they doing that? They trying to call us monkeys? Like, is that what they doing?
Monkeypox is fever, headache, muscle aches, backache, fatigue, and chills. And swollen,
That sounds like...
swollen nose, which is just like swelling on and stuff on your hands.
My nose looks already swollen. What's the other symptoms?
Chills, fatigue, backache, muscle ache, headache,
back's hurting.
fever.
My back is hurting. So, let me stop before I fucking catch this shit for real, because this nigga's really in Atlanta. But he had a history of international travel, so, and I think the monkeypox first was contracted overseas, I believe. So just be careful, guys. I don't want this to blow into a whole nother thing again, that we have a whole nother pandemic and niggas can't go outside. I don't know what you can do to stop this shit. I mean, don't have sex with monkeys.
This motherfucker got monkeypox.
Don't have sex with monkeys, I guess. I guess this is what you got to do to stop it.
Yeah,
I want to know, like,
some good advice. Take it.
has anyone died of monkeypox?
I doubt it, bro. If it's just that.
I don't think it's that many people.
It sounds like
that
it's just regular chickenpox or measles.
It says, why this Nigerian doctor is angry at the media coverage of monkeypox. What countries have monkeypox? 202 confirmed cases of monkeypox have been reported. Cases have been reported in Spain, Portugal, Netherlands, Germany, France, Italy, Belgium, Czech Republic, Ireland, Sweden, Finland, Slovenia. I've never heard of Malta. And, of course, here in the United States as well. But, yeah. We'll see what happens. Hopefully this don't turn into no fucking bullshit. It's just crazy how coronavirus kind of disappeared, but... What was I gonna say? Somebody caught corona. Oh, the fucking what's the guy's name? Mike Breen, the announcer for the NBA Finals. He caught COVID because he didn't announce the finals last night. We're gonna talk about that later. But they were doing the finals last night, right? And you know Steve Kerr's son's name is Nick. Like, you can't say his son's name on national TV, and the guy that was commentating said it. You can't say that his name is Nick Kerr. It sounds like nigger. You can't say that. You can't just say...
No, unless you split it up.
No.
Nick
He said
Kerr.
Steve Kerr's son, Nick Kerr. That's what he said. I'm like, you can't say that. You should say that name on TV. It sounds like you're saying nigger.
But he says Steve Kerr's son, though.
Yeah, I know. But it still sounds like nigger. Why would Steve Kerr pick that name? Is it Nicholas or Nick? I hope it's Nicholas.
It's probably short for Nicholas. Nicholas Kerr.
Like, was he that mad at
Even
Michael
if you
Jordan?
say it like that, it doesn't sound like Nick Kerr.
Yeah, if you say it split up, it doesn't sound like that.
But that's how you have
It
to
sounds
say
like
it.
you saying it like slowly, like you nigger.
Nick Kerr. Yo, Scott right here.
But was Steve Kerr that mad at Michael Jordan that Michael Jordan punched him? So he was like, you know what? I got a trick when my son is born. Michael Jordan punched that nigga at practice when they was playing with the Bulls. He was like, you know what? I got a trick for you fucking black monkeys. That's what he said.
Steve Kerr punched him or Michael Jordan punched him?
Michael Jordan punched Steve Kerr.
I remember.
I'm joking, guys. I'm just joking. Don't take anything I'm saying seriously. It's just jokes, guys. A woman returns $36,000 she found in a Craigslist couch.
Good job.
She was awarded $2,000. This was in California. This was in a couch that she found on Craigslist, that she got from on Craigslist. According to Fox 8, a woman found several envelopes filled with over $36,000 in cash in a couch she got for free from Craigslist. She ended up returning the cash to the seller, and they were so pleased that they awarded her $2,200.
Good job. Congratulations. Good job.
Why are people so dumb?
That's a good thing to do. Nah, bro. Come on, bro. It's a good thing to do. I wouldn't have took that money.
Everybody listening to this podcast knows that you would have taken that money. Because everybody listening to this podcast would have taken that money.
You said taking that money, taking that money.
Everybody know. We talk about some nigga shit. We would have taken that money, nigga. We would have taken that money, nigga. We would have taken that $36,000 in envelopes, bro. And she got it for free. These people are never gonna hear from me again. And it's like, if you just went to the person's house and picked up the couch and put it on your truck and left, they don't know where you live at. They might have your number, but you can just delete their number or fucking block them
I'd
if
be
they
like,
try to
nah,
call
it's
you.
not here.
Yeah, I'd be like, nah, I don't know what you're talking about, bro. $36,000? If I find $36,000...
With a new car in the driveway with the tags still on it.
Bro. And they only gave her $2,200, bro. Well, how much they supposed to give her for giving it? If that...
They could have gave her nothing.
Okay, yeah, true. If that was your couch and she gave you that $36,000 back, how much would you give her? How much would you give her?
Probably that amount. If not $1,000.
If you didn't know that they gave her $2,200, how much would you have given her? $1,000?
Probably that amount. Yeah, probably $1,000 to be honest.
I think I would have been like, damn, thanks. I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. I mean, what?
I'd have gave her something.
A high five. That's it. Thank you for bringing my money back.
Nah, because then I would have been on the news. It would have been backlash.
If she's returning the money, do you think she returned the money with the intentions of, oh, they're going to give me something back? I don't think she did that. I think she just was trying to be like a good person.
Probably trying to be a good person.
Well,
Be careful with that, man. You don't know who. You never know. Might have been owned by a plug. You don't want him to come looking for his money.
You know what? That is true, bro. That is fucking true. Let me see. So she lost out on $33,800. Hey, man. You know what?
She gained a place in heaven.
I was gonna say something similar to that. I was gonna say karma's a real thing, so she will be blessed in some other form, some
people are just not capable of doing that. They'll probably just go to sleep always thinking about that kind of stuff. They just had that kind of they had that kind of mentality. They just can't do no wrong.
Yeah.
Those are the type of people that get stepped on, though. Okay, so don't be like those people.
There is a teen. I could have put this with this Young Thug shit later because there's an update on that motherfucker. But a teen threatened to kill Fulton County sheriff over YSL RICO arrest. According to Fox 5 Atlanta, 18-year-old Georgia teen is facing nearly 24 felony charges for threatening to kill the Fulton County sheriff over the arrest of Young Thug and members of the YSL organization. Officials say deputies took 18-year-old Quartavius Mender, I was like, hopefully I can read this nigga's name right, into custody on May 26, 2022. According to investigators, Mender wrote multiple death threats and comments of Instagram posts of Sheriff Pat Labatt, the Gwinnett County Sheriff, the Fulton Clerk, and more after the arrest of Atlanta's Young Thug gun and 26 associates on racketeering charges. So now he's in jail. Why are people so young? I don't understand. You know what I can't understand?
You youngins, man. Y'all just different, bro. Y'all are just really stooping beyond comprehension, bro, to be honest with you.
Like, you are a free 18-year-old child.
Free YSL. Somebody you're not affiliated with, or you don't know nothing about their lifestyle. You're not with them.
And why is everybody saying free Young Thug and Gunna? What if these niggas are really guilty? And these niggas
people
really
are stupid, bro. Y'all stupid too for being on that. What if they're really guilty of these charges?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, we don't know. You're...
Yeah, we don't. But, like, there's serious charges, you know? We're talking about their serious charges.
Yeah.
But, you know, that stuff on social media, man, made y'all too comfortable to just jump on bandwagon, bro. Whatever y'all want to... Next day is going to be like, oh, rest in peace to so-and-so, and y'all
18 years old. He just became a legal man, and now he is facing 24 felony charges. For something
that he's not even involved with.
Yeah, that's pretty weird. Yeah, a lot of people celebrity worship though, man. Like, they will kill somebody or they'll show up at their door. Oh, I love you. I want to fucking... People have done that to celebrities. Fucking blowing their phones up and shit, or standing outside their house and shit because people celebrity worship, man. It's just crazy. But, I mean, everybody different. But these little 18-year-old youngins, man, y'all got to get it together out here, bro. For real. Y'all really got to get it together. But, we'll talk more about the Young Thug shit later, in music. The next thing I have, I only got this is the last thing I have until we talk about the unfortunate shootings that we have to talk about. So you're gonna go next after this. But Baltimore City Police, they have to pay $300 to a rapper by the name of Young Moose for planting drugs on him. According to Daily Record, the city's spending board is poised to approve the settlement payment at a meeting this week. Lawyers for the city reached the agreement with Kevron Evans on May 10th, but city's officials will vote Wednesday on whether they will approve it. Evans sued several Baltimore police officers, including a former detective who served on the infamous Gun Trace Task Force. The officer is serving 18 years in federal prison after being convicted in 2018 of charges stemming from a corruption investigation of the task force. He was accused of stealing money before and after he joined the task force. Evans said the officer's persistent harassment robbed him of lucrative career opportunities and tarnished his reputation. Evans was arrested right before he was supposed to go on stage for the performance at the Royal Farms Arena in Baltimore, and they ended up planting drugs on him. So yeah, they're waiting to approve a $300,000 settlement. I've never heard of him before. Never heard of Young Moose? Baltimore?
I don't know what that is.
I mean, he could be good.
Hope you get your money, man.
That's fucked up.
It is fucked up, but I mean, I'm not surprised, bro. Just
What, with the cops? Yeah, one of the cops
surprised,
serving 18 years.
see how my expression didn't change because I'm not surprised.
These cops are playing drugs and fucking. So do you? I don't know. I never heard of this dude, but I'm not gonna say.
Cops?
No, I was gonna say I've never heard of this guy, but I'm not gonna say that. I don't, because he says he was robbed of lucrative career opportunities.
You never know, bro, because a lot of rappers getting, rate chokers, stuff that doing minimal. I would say that. I'll leave it at that. Doing minimal.
Yeah, he said his reputation was tarnished after
having little talent. Not saying he does, but with a name like Lil Moose, he might be
Young Moose. There's Young Moose.
Young Moose.
I mean, I thought Young Thug was a stupid name when I first heard him. And, I mean, I guess, well, hey, look at him now. Never mind. Never mind. You're third. You go. Brandon's going to go. I mean, what's your name? What's your name again? Not Brandon. What is it today?
I forgot.
You forgot already? Nigga shit. Yeah, we'll get it. Nigga shit. This nigga forgot.
So we not doing the shooting ones?
No, we're going to do that in a second. After you do your regular articles.
All right. Well, I mean, I got two of these. They tie into it, but it's not necessarily that. Okay, so it's two of the same article. Two different articles, two of the same issues. A Florida 5th grader was arrested and charged with threatening a mass shooting. So the 10-year-old boy was charged with making a written threat to conduct a mass shooting out in Lee County. So it took place in Florida. He was arrested over the weekend and charged with sending a text message and threatening to carry out a mass shooting, authorities say. The officers had learned earlier that day that he had threatened a student by sending the message, a text message. It says that the local school threat enforcement team was immediately notified and they started investigating. And he was interviewed and charged later with making a written threat to conduct a mass shooting. So, it says, quote unquote, the student's behavior is sickening, especially after the recent tragedy in Uvalde, Texas. So, I don't know.
He's a 5th grader? I heard about this.
Yeah.
I did actually hear about this.
Yeah, he's a 5th grader.
He texted another kid and he said some threatening stuff.
Yeah.
Said, I'm going to start shooting all you niggas up. Shit like that.
Pretty much.
Where
It doesn't say what.
It doesn't say what
he said, but I'm trying to see if it can say it.
What age is what's the word? Not manageable. Reasonable. What age is a reasonable age for
to
a
have
child?
common sense?
No, not that. But to have a cell phone. For a child to have a cell phone. Luckily, he did.
Probably like 12.
12?
Like when you about to
Like
enter
what
high
time?
school.
Yeah.
That's right, 12, right? 12, 13?
Yeah. You know what? I would say a little earlier now with all the shit that's going on, I would want my child to have a cell phone so I can actually contact them if, because there's a lot of weird shit going on and crazy shit going on in the world now. So,
yeah.
I would probably say middle school. I'd probably say 6th grade.
Yeah.
Just to have a phone to contact. But luckily, he,
That's like 9 or something?
What, in
6th grade?
Ooh,
9, 10?
Yeah, about 11. I think you're 10 in 5th grade, so I think it's 11. Yeah, man. But luckily, nothing happened out of that. So he didn't have a weapon or anything. It was he just sent some text messages.
I gotta hear another article out of Florida. A Florida man threatened a school shooting days after Uvalde. So, a Florida man has been arrested and charged with threatening to carry out a mass shooting after police said he posted a photo online showing himself with what appeared to be a handgun, a rifle, and a tactical style vest. The photo caption read, "Hey Siri, directions to the nearest school." You fucking dumb.
The fuck?
Just
to any nearest school.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Corey Anderson, 18, was taken into custody on Sunday after deputies received a tip about the post, and he was posing with weapons that were pellet guns, which can resemble real firearms, but are non-lethal. So he was arrested. This man intentionally, quote unquote, instilled fear into the community as a sick joke. Mm-hmm. But be warned, this is no laughing matter. So he was arrested too. He was charged with written or electronic threat to conduct a mass shooting or act of terrorism, a 2nd-degree felony punishable by up to 15 years in prison for some stupid shit, bro. You just an idiot, bro.
I think that I know this type of stuff has been happening. The stuff that that was all you got?
No, I have more.
Oh, okay. A lot of these because I got some numbers later when we talk about these mass shootings. I know a lot of this shit has been happening for a long time, but I'm trying to figure out why, as of recent, it's happening like more and more. Yeah, like I'm really.
It's copycat. That's what they call it. Copycat people. Copycat killers. People just look at the stuff that's media is publicizing and they just want to, they figure they want to do the same thing. Just like I told you, bro. People just want to see this world burn.
Hey, they killed that guy or they took that guy to jail. Let me go do the same thing so I can get killed or go to jail. How does that make sense?
Hey, man.
I guess it's stupid. You can go.
All right, I got here two. On a lighter note, two better articles. All right, this article I have here is about Carly Berryman. So, back in 2019, she began a virtual reality journey where she started her company. So she basically goes around to a lot of retirement homes and she deals with a lot of senior communities. So what she does is she has a VR headset and she allows the elderly people to have certain experiences through the VR when they can't get up and go, travel certain places. So she made a business out of it. So, what? What's so funny?
Because the first thing I thought about when you said that is when Brian Griffin was with that old lady, but the virtual reality cat. They fucking went on dates and shit.
She would fit goggle headsets on the residents at senior communities, enriching the lives of those who are not able to travel safely. So she and her team were formed to develop the tech that we used with COVID-19 protocols. So she's using that kind of stuff on helping out seniors to fulfill, I guess, certain virtual reality.
You think they tripping out when they put that shit on?
Probably, bro. You talking about people old as hell? Yeah. Because even I trip out a little bit. Because that shit is just different when you wear that kind of stuff.
I've never put one on before.
I had one here that like a couple months ago.
Oculus?
Yeah, the Oculus. I should have let you used it. That shit is trippy. But yeah, shout out to her, man, because she didn't have to do that. She made a business doing it, so shout out to her, man.
He said she didn't have to do that.
She didn't, but hey, man.
How do you feel about people recording themselves to help homeless people?
Nah, that's fake.
Okay. I saw that on Twitter today, so I just want to ask your opinions.
You don't need to record helping people.
Okay.
Just not for people doing that. You don't need to do that. If you're really truly helping them, unless you want to raise money for their kind of cause, and a lot of people just run with the money, you don't need to do that. You don't need gratification from anybody on social media to do that. So.
Damn, guys, I guess I'm fake. No, I've never done that. I'm joking. I've never done that before. Yeah. I've never done that on camera. But yeah,
a new protein was discovered developed that destroys hard-to-treat cancers. It's been discovered by scientists offering hope of a new effective treatments. So they've experimented with mice and human tissue. They found it effective against the most aggressive tumors. They include most of those tumors include breast, pancreas, ovaries, and brain tumors. The compound, which is known as ERX-41, leaves healthy tissue unscathed. So it's a big breakthrough as far as cancer research. So hopefully they can do something with this as far as cancer. As far as treating all types of cancer, because that stuff is crazy. So I don't know. Hopefully they can make it like.
Nigga says so. I don't know.
I don't know. You would think that they developed a cure for coronavirus in 2 years, in a couple months, and cancer's still in the way, right? So, whatever they say.
Yeah, we know not the theory, the story behind that though.
Shout out to the scientists that work on that stuff, man. Truly, for real.
I didn't have it on the list here, but you seen Elon told the people to go back to work or quit.
Oh yeah,
the virtual people.
My friend was telling me about that the email that he sent, which I can't read, but.
Oh, he sent you the email?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a friend that works for Elon. Shout out to that guy because his birthday just passed recently. And,
shout out.
We're getting older, man. So shout out to you. Happy belated birthday. I didn't even know. I would have told him had I known. Why you didn't tell me?
I did tell you. I told you before we started.
Oh yeah, I told him. I did tell him. I spoke to him. I forget. See how bad my memory is? I'm gonna forget this fucking thing that we have at the end. Because I did tell this dude outside, happy belated birthday, man.
I could literally put a tree there and it'll remember better than you.
What's it gonna say? Nigger?
You gotta stop doing that, bro. Yo, this dude right here, bro.
Anyways, that's all you got?
Yeah, besides the...
Yeah, we're gonna get into all that. We're gonna get into the unfortunate things that we have to talk about, again, this week, or last week's episode, we had a lengthy discussion about, the tragedy that happened in the Uvalde, Texas, elementary school. But since that episode dropped last Saturday, we have more shootings that have happened around the country. The first one I have here says 2 people were shot and 1 person was killed following a high school graduation at Xavier University of Louisiana. It resulted in an elderly woman dead and 2 men suffering non-life-threatening injuries. Authorities says they have some people detained in connection with the shooting, and several guns were recovered from the scene. I think I have a video of this.
Several
here.
guns?
Yeah, we're recovered from the scene.
Gunfire erupted. I asked them how many shots they heard. I kind of got different answers on that. Some people said 5 or 6, others said 10, 12 shots, but they said it sounded at first like balloons that were popping, and then next thing you know, everybody realized it was gunfire and started running. You can imagine the chaos that erupted. Now, police tell Fox 8 3 people were hit with gunfire. Witnesses tell us that one of those victims was an older woman who had just come to the graduation, kind of got caught in the gunfire, according to those witnesses. Later, they say
And a graduation is one of the most happiest crowd cheering places that you could be at. People are celebrating their friends, family, and loved ones graduating, their high school graduation, and it's like it should be a time of celebration. Like, what could possibly lead to gunfire? Is my question.
It's a perfect recipe. What you mean?
Like stupid shit? What, putting a whole bunch of black people together?
It's a perfect recipe to just cause disruption, bro. If you really wanted to cause shit and make shit and make it be seen, just like we said, we talked about. Perfect place to fuck shit up.
Like just a fucking. I don't think this was that though. I think something escalated. Yeah, I think something escalated to where these. I mean, I could be wrong. I'm assuming, but I think this is just something that escalated and people started shooting.
Rest in peace to that older woman that was killed, man. And I hope the other 2 recovered.
Yeah, definitely. Rest in peace of her. Hopefully, they do have a speedy recovery. Next thing here, police, local police reportedly. This is about the Uvalde, Texas thing. I'm sorry. So we have an update on. We kind of talked about it last week, but we weren't too sure how true it was that the fucking cops went in from the Uvalde, Texas, the elementary school that they went in to get their kids before they fucking stopped the shooter. So an investigation. We talked about it last week. They were launching an investigation to find out more about that. Local police have reportedly stopped cooperating with the investigation, with the Texas school investigation. So. According to ABC News, the Uvalde Police Department and Uvalde Independent School District Police Force are no longer cooperating with the Texas Department of Public Safety's investigation into the massacre at Robb Elementary School. In the state's review of the law enforcement response, multiple law enforcement sources tell ABC News. So yeah, they stopped cooperating. I have a video here. It says Uvalde School District Police Chief refuses to answer questions about law enforcement's delayed response to mass shooting. Here is the video of what the man said.
We're not going to release anything. We have people in our community being buried, so we're going to be respectful.
I just want your reaction
we're going to be
the director McGraw saying that you were responsible for the decision
we're
to go
gonna
into
be,
that room. How do you explain yourself to the
We're going to be respectful to the family.
I understand that, but you have an opportunity
to
explain yourself to the parents.
And just so you know, we're going to do that eventually, obviously.
When?
And whenever this is done, we'll let the families quit grieving. Then we'll do that, obviously. And just so everybody,
I
don't know why he keep arguing with him.
We've been in
Just let it
contact
be.
with
He's not
DPS
gonna answer any
every day,
questions.
just so you know.
They say that you're not cooperating.
I've been on the phone with them every day.
But they say you're not cooperating. So just 2 seconds.
Just so you know, we're not going to.
Damn, he stepped in front of him too while the guy was trying to walk inside. He didn't have to do all that. But yeah, this is the Uvalde School District Police Chief. I wouldn't say he was refusing to answer questions. He was just saying that we're not going to answer questions right now, is what he was saying. I'm not going to say that he was refusing because. I
mean, that kind of pretty much tells you everything right there. Especially if they stop cooperating with the board or the board of whatever whoever is investigating them. But like we said before, like if you're a cop and you have a kid in there, like what would you do? Of course you go and get your kid. So I think about it like that. That doesn't justify it.
It doesn't.
It doesn't, but put yourself in that position. You know, you probably would have did the same.
If you couldn't hear what it says when he said, it says when confronted outside his home. Oh, this is at his home. How you gonna try to step in front of a guy at his home?
You can't do that, man.
By CNN's Aaron Cooper, he casually said, "I am in contact with DPS every day. Quote, we're going to be respectful to the families. We're going to do that eventually. Whenever this is done and the families quit grieving." I hope that's not what he said. I hope that's not the words he used. Quit grieving. Then we'll do.
Quit grieving, maybe. Yeah,
it says whenever this is done and the families quit grieving. if that's what he said, that's a poor choice of words. You can't tell someone to quit grieving. Then we'll obviously do that. You recall that last week, just after the mass shooting, DPS identified Pete as the commanding officer who instructed police officers not to go inside the Uvalde, what was the name of the school? Robb Elementary School, immediately following the shooting. So he was the guy behind that decision, apparently. And he is now not answering questions. And I guess the guy with CNN was just trying to get a response for the guy. He was trying to get his answer to why he made that decision. That's what the guy with CNN was trying to do. Hey, there's families that are going to watch this. They probably want to know why you made that decision, since it's being said that you did make that decision. Why did you make that decision for the other officers not to enter the school immediately? So I think that's what he was trying to do. He went a little too hard trying to do that, but I think that's what he was trying to do.
I think so too.
Let's see here. We have more updates on the Buffalo supermarket shooter. Again, before we continue, rest in peace to all. I'm gonna go ahead and say it now before we finish. Like, rest in peace to all these. This is even the fucking, that shit still don't sit right with me that he went in there and killed those kids in the elementary school. Rest in peace to all those kids again. Condolences to family, friends, loved ones, to everything that we're gonna talk about in just a second, man. Because it's just it doesn't make sense. You said what?
So sorry for your loss.
Yeah, for real, man. Like, man, this shit it doesn't make sense. Sometimes I really be thinking that, not that the world is coming to an end, but it's just like, it just seems like we're getting more and more fucked up shit happening every day. Like I just said earlier before, it's just like, it just seems like a lot more of this shit is happening more often. I don't know if it's because of the copycat shit, but I don't know, man. It's just it's a very weird and scary time that we're in. That you can't go to the grocery store, the movie theater, church, school.
That literally is not an understatement. We're talking about shootings at church and shooting at schools, movie theaters,
regular
graduations, grocery stores. Like, come on,
man. But again, we have an update on the Buffalo supermarket shooter. He was indicted on domestic terrorism charges and 10 counts of first-degree murder. Grand jury charged the white 18-year-old man accused of fatally shooting 10 black people at a Buffalo supermarket with domestic terrorism. The 25-count indictment also, like I said, attempted murder as a hate crime and weapons possession. What's his name? Peyton Gendron. He is scheduled to be arraigned on Thursday. I don't know if it was this Thursday. I think it was Thursday that just passed, so I didn't hear anything about what happened at the arraignment since then, but yeah, man. As more updates come out about that, his sentencing and all that, we'll definitely talk about that.
I don't want him to go to jail. I just want him to get the death penalty, to be honest.
Where was this at? In Buffalo, New York? Is the death penalty? I don't think New York. I don't know. It might. I don't know. I think more of the southern states have the death penalty. I could be wrong, but
shit needs to be reinstituted. That's what it needs to be.
He should have been killed at the scene.
He should have been, but we already know why he wasn't. So.
More share. You can as I go through these, I know you got some stuff about these too, so you can add on. 3 confirmed people have been killed in an Iowa church parking lot shooting. Man shot and killed 2 women in a church parking lot in Iowa. This was the other day. The incident took place outside Cornerstone Church, a fundamentalist Christian church on the east side of Ames. I don't know if that's the name of the city. While a church program was on inside, Chief Deputy of the Story County Sheriff's Office announced after shooting the 2 women, he turned the gun on himself and killed himself.
It says it was a result of a domestic situation between the shooter, a 33-year-old man from the city of Boone, and one of the women, said the Story County Sheriff, Paul Fitzgerald, at a news conference. Yeah. Both of the women were ages 22 and 21 and were students at a nearby Iowa State University. A third woman had escaped unharmed, adding that the shooter used a 9mm handgun. So.
We talked about it last week with this gun control thing. They're not going to be able to there's nothing they could do. There's nothing, I don't think there's anything you can do about this gun control shit, bro. But it's just so crazy how more and more of these shootings keep happening. It kind of makes, it not pissing me off, but it's just like, bro, what the fuck? Even we talked about it last week, how we were trying to debate, like, what can we really do? It bothers me that we can't figure out that's what it is. It bothers me that we can't come to a solution for this to stop this. Like it just bothers me that there's really nothing that we can do.
It's just not that easy, man.
Yeah, it's not. But it bothers me that we can't do anything about this.
It's just there's so many moving parts when you think about this. Acquisition of weapons legally, whether it be legally, illegally, the train of thought of people doing it, the places that they're targeting, the mentality and physical aspect of their mind, mental aspect of their mind, how you can neutralize it, how you can neutralize it safely without people being at risk, how do you disarm? There's just so many moving parts to this kind of stuff. But somehow there's at least you could address some of those points, you know?
And at the same time, because I have 2 sons, I do think that people with sense should have the right to bear arms to protect their family and their loved ones. At the same time, on the other side of this.
And I'm telling you, like, this kind of stuff makes you just want to go out there and get a strap.
Yeah, it does.
And to be honest, like I've told people, like, if you're sane and you can get it, just go ahead and get it, man, because it's going to be harder here soon.
Yeah, it definitely is.
And hit key word why I said you're sane. Like, if you know that you're an angry person and you can't deal with confrontation, you probably should not be the one to have a gun. And more than likely, you already have one.
But and the fucked up part about that is ain't nobody gonna say that. You know what? I'm an angry person. Maybe I shouldn't have a gun. Ain't nobody gonna have. A lot of people ain't gonna have the common sense or the direction to tell themselves that.
I'm just like, I don't know what to say about that, man. Like, to be honest, the way that the world is moving right now, you know, I'm not even gonna say the world. I'm gonna say the U.S.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say the U.S. because by far our rates for like the statistics that you think you're gonna bring up, like by far. Compared to second place, it is not a contest. The amount of shootings, mass shootings, and overall killing is just crazy. The disparity between U.S. and other countries.
I think one of our first 10 episodes was about that. Because it was like 267 shootings to 1. That was the name of like one of our first 10 episodes. We had talked about some shit like that. But like I said, man, that's the hard part about this because like I said, it bothers me that it's so hard to come up with a solution for this, but at the same time, I do think that people should have the right to bear arms to protect themselves in certain situations, man. So that's why
I think there was an article that they raised the age for assault rifles. They just did it I think within the last 2 days. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure which state it was, but they raised it up to a higher age.
But just like this shooter did with Uvalde, he waited till he turned 18 to buy a gun.
It doesn't stop anything. It doesn't stop anything, man. Like I said, there's so many moving parts to it. That's not to say that there's not a solution, but me and P are not the people that should be the only people thinking about this. It's the lawmakers.
Yeah, that's what we were saying.
The representatives for your counties, for your states, and all that kind of stuff.
These people are elected. That's their fucking job.
The people that you elect to your seats, you know, those people are the ones that are responsible for getting something taken care of. So
that's why when people say the state elections are more important than the fucking whole that shit is
true.
Because
you're getting people who are representing your actual counties, your districts, and the people who are gonna be your voice essentially to the lawmakers. You know.
Yeah. So.
Off
topic for a second, but it does have something to do with voting. Did you see that on the ballot for the state election here the other day that they had a question? Do you think that marijuana should be legalized for people the age of 18 and older and taxed the same as alcohol? Did you see that? It was actually on the ballot for here in Georgia.
I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, it was actually on. Somebody had took a picture of it. Somebody that we went to high school with, he took a picture of it. He was telling people to go vote and stuff like that.
Like I said, it's gonna get to a federal level soon. Yeah, it's gonna happen pretty soon, I would imagine. We talking about even New York. I mean, well, not New York, Jersey.
Yeah, and it was a yes or no question. It was just, do you think that marijuana should be legalized for people 18 and older and taxed the same as alcohol? Yes or no? It was on the state ballot from last week, whenever many weeks it was. But yeah, fuck man, we gonna I think we only got a couple more here. What else happened? At least 3 people were killed, multiple injured at a shooting at a Tulsa hospital. Authorities responded to a call about a man who was armed with a rifle at Natalie Medical Building, a physician's office building on the St. Francis Hospital campus, and this was in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Correct? It's in Oklahoma. Is that Oklahoma?
Yeah, Oklahoma. Yeah.
At this point, we can confirm the shooter is dead, although it is not clear whether the shooting was self-inflicted. The story is still developing. I have more. This is when the article came out. The Tulsa gunman targeted surgeon he blamed for back pain in a mass shooting that left 4 dead. The gunman who killed 4 people at a Tulsa medical building on Wednesday targeted his surgeon, Dr. Preston J. Phillips. The shooter blamed the doctor for the chronic back pain he experienced after a recent back surgery. A letter recovered on the suspect made it clear he came with the intent to kill Dr. Phillips and anyone who got in his way. Somebody commented and said he couldn't just sue.
He sacrifices there's a patient who sacrifices his life to stand in front, I guess, the doctor. 2 doctors and a receptionist, beloved receptionist, died out in the shooting. So 4 people.
Whoever commented that, they made a good point. Why the fuck? I don't understand why people have to go to such extreme measures to try to kill people.
Because they're not the type of people that need to own guns, and not the type of people that will go. If you're gonna get that angry and go and kill somebody, do you think you're really worried about obtaining a gun legally? Hell nah.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense to me, dog. And people lost their lives. You trying to kill one person, you left 4 other people dead because the surgeon wasn't killed. You killed 4 other people that had nothing to do with your fucking back problems and your surgeon's.
Wait, was it the surgeon that was killed? He wasn't killed?
It doesn't say he was killed.
It said the doctor was killed.
Oh, okay. It doesn't say it in here.
It says
but yeah.
2, but I mean, I don't know though.
I don't know either. It doesn't say it in my article, but if he was, I'm not sure. But it's just, it doesn't make sense to me, dog. It just doesn't make sense. It's not going to make sense to a sane person, I guess. I say that all the time when we talk about this type of shit. Like, a sane person it's not going to make sense to, but people that have a couple of screws loose, it might make sense to y'all. To why someone would just, it's like you could easily sue this guy or fuck it. If you feel like he fucked up your back, it's like there's legal action that you can take to fucking get to a solution rather than going into a hospital and killing 4 people. There's other things that can be done. That's all I have about the fucking shootings. I have these statistics in a minute. That's all you got to do.
Rest in peace to all those people that have died, man. I don't know what to say, man. I mean, what really is there to say, you know? I don't know.
I echo that. Rest in peace to everybody that and this was all in the past week, guys. Besides the Uvalde and the Buffalo shooting stuff, the high school graduation shooting, the Iowa church shooting, and the Tulsa shooting. That was all since we recorded last Saturday. All those things happened. I have a couple numbers here. This was posted by the Miami Heat. Your team would never, because your guys' teams are whack. This was actually posted by the Miami Heat's Instagram. I think it has something to do with, it says June is Gun Violence Awareness Month. I don't know if that was actually a thing before all this stuff started happening, but it says June is Gun Violence Awareness Month. Mass shootings in the United States. No, this cannot be the United States.
Yeah, it is. I'm telling you, it's a big disparity.
Oh my God. 2014, 272 shootings. I'll put the picture in the video. 2015, we had an increase from 2014 to 336. Another increase in 2016 to 382. Dropped off a little bit in 2017 to 348. And dropped out a little more in 2018 to 336. Increased to 417 in 2019. A huge increase in 2020, 610. Another increase in 2021, 692 shootings. And now in 2022, we already have 200. These are the United States, guys. 233 mass shootings in the United States already. We're only halfway through the year. Guns became the leading cause of death for American children and teens in 2020. To date, there have been 27 school shootings in 2022. 27 school shootings this year alone. We're only halfway through the year, guys. There have been at least 233 mass shootings in 2022. June 1st, which is the other day, was the 152nd day of the year. This means there have been more mass shootings this year than there have been days in 2022. 233 shootings. We've only had 152 days of the year, guys. That's the numbers I got. So take that in mind. Like I said, Miami Heat posted most of that stuff. Shout out Miami Heat, man.
Yeah, you can look up these statistics on other websites too. I just looked at another website that gives similar statistics.
Yeah, man.
And you gotta consider developed countries. You can't look at countries that are, you know, third world or anything of that nature. You have to look at developed countries in order to get the proper statistics correct.
That is all we have on that, guys. Again, rest in peace to everyone that has lost their life to mass shootings. Condolences to friends and families around the entire country, man. This shit is all fucked up out here. Like I said, it's a scary time that we live in, especially if you have kids, man. Trust me, guys, I understand your fear and your pain, especially to the parents of the Uvalde, and all the school shooting victims, man. I can truly understand your pain because that's something that's just an undescribable feeling. I can feel the pain, and my kids are here, like, so I can't even imagine it actually happening to somebody. Like like I said last week, when I saw the picture of those kids, like the pain that I felt internally was something I don't think I ever felt before, that's something that had nothing to do with me. And I think it's more so because I have kids, but it's like I said, man, like Brandon said too, do what you got to do to protect yourselves from now. All my sane people out there that, but you know what? When stuff happens to people, what's the line? What's his name said? Like, anybody is a killer. All you got to do is push them to the limits. Like, there could be sane people that just get pushed to a limit and just do, like, you do something to their family member and they just go crazy. And they just have a license to carry. They haven't done anything crazy their whole life, and then you do something to them, and then they just, you know, the whole retaliation thing. Like, you killed my brother, I'm gonna kill your cousin, shit like that. Like, that shit happens. So it's hard to even talk about that type of shit, man, because you can't just sit here and say, like I just said, all my sane people. I can't even say that because it's just like, you never know the type of situation and shit that's gonna happen in the world. This is a fucked up time we live in, man.
Yeah, we can say that, but a lot of the people that have taken place with the shootings, they're just messed up in the head. Talking about the dude and
yeah, that's true.
Uvalde, you talking about this dude that took place on Buffalo. Like, I don't know what other place. Yeah, it could go without saying the people that we're talking about. The other shootings were in Iowa and Tulsa.
Yeah.
Yes, but I don't know. For the most part, I feel like, I don't know.
Prayers that everybody listening stay safe out there, guys. Prayers to everybody out there worldwide, man. Definitely try to keep yourselves as safe as possible. I know it's hard to do in these times because it's like you can't go anywhere and expect to be safe. But we're going to move on to the music segment now, guys, because we're about to hit an hour. I think we just now hit an hour because we started about 2 minutes in. First thing we have for music, Kendrick Lamar, his album Good Kid, Mad City, that it was released 10 years ago. It was actually the first hip-hop album ever. His album has spent 500 weeks on the Billboard 200. So congratulations to Kendrick Lamar. It's the first hip-hop album to ever accomplish this feat. 500 straight weeks.
Damn.
On the Billboard 200 charts. And the Billboard 200 is the top 200 albums in the country. It's been in the top 200 for 500 straight weeks, man. So congratulations to Kendrick Lamar. Probably to date still his best album to me.
Is it 9 years?
500 weeks. What's 500 weeks divided by 52?
9.6.
Yeah. It's been about 10 years since the album came out in 2012.
Damn, that's a long fucking time.
I think October of this year will be 10 years. So yeah.
Damn.
Congratulations to Kendrick,
Congrats,
man.
yeah.
We have,
great album.
Yeah, it was. That's his best album to me.
Best album, yeah.
Like I said, we have more stuff on Young Thug. Prosecutors claims they have proffers against Young Thug from people who were indicted with him. What is the definition of proffers? Is it proffers or proffers?
I don't know, actually.
I want to play the fucking...
learn
to pronounce. Oh, is this shit even on? Yes. Say it.
Proffer.
Oh, damn.
Proffer.
I didn't mean for it to be that loud, guys. Hold out to someone for acceptance and offer. Let's see. Young Thug prosecutors claim they have proffers against Young Thug from people indicted with him. They said, quote, "We have proffers from fellow gang members from Mr. Williams. Some are on this indictment, some are not. They have stated formally that Mr. Jeffrey Williams, a.k.a. Young Thug, is dangerous. They are afraid of him, that if they cross him, he will kill them and their family. And we are very clear about that." That's what prosecutors are saying. Also, Young Thug was denied bond in his YSL RICO case. We talked about last week, Gunna was denied bond, so Young Thug has been denied bond as well. I saw a report saying that his label they were getting ready to put up $1 million of his own money to bond him out, but he was denied bond. And we all saw this coming. If Gunna was denied, honestly, they're going to deny Young Thug too. So they're both just sitting in Fulton County Jail. But like we said earlier, if these guys are guilty, you're innocent until proven guilty, but I'm not going to sit here and say free Young Thug. I'm not going to sit here and do all this extra stupid shit that everybody's doing because we just don't know. Even, I think fucking Metro Boomin and niggas was saying free Young Thug and all this shit. Some of them niggas might not even know, and they just saying free Young Thug and free Gunna. Some of y'all niggas might not even know. Corday, I saw was saying that shit. It's like, y'all niggas probably don't even know if these niggas really did this shit or not.
It's just like the same people that say free Melly and all that kind of stuff.
What the fuck's going on with him? The fuck? What has he been doing?
He guilty, bro. What you mean?
They fucking he got sentenced and shit.
No, I didn't get sentenced, bro. But he's still in jail, so clearly they have enough to hold him.
They didn't say. I don't know if Doug is gonna be in. I don't know if his shit is gonna be as long as Gunna, because I think Gunna's he's not gonna be.
Think about this rationally. If he's not posting bail, they must have some substantial shit on him not to release him.
Yeah, to deny it. Yeah.
So think about that for a second before you say free X and X. Like, think about it. Use your brain. Stop being a sheep.
Some people argue that it's just, well, no.
But it is, you know, isn't it innocent until, proven guilty, but
some people argue that,
like, it doesn't look good. Like, it doesn't look good that you're affiliated with these kind of people and you're doing all this kind of stuff in this, so.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna say what I was gonna say. We'll see what happens, man. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know what to think. I don't know. I just know everything that we keep hearing about this shit sounds bad. Every time we talk about this shit just, it's been like, what, 3 weeks now? Every time we have some shit, details about this shit sounds bad. He's fucking talking on the phone, saying whack a nigga. He's fucking, the people in his camp were apparently saying they're scared of him and he'll kill them. So all this shit just sounds really, really bad. But we'll see what happens, man. But they ain't gonna get sentenced and shit for a little minute. So they're gonna be sitting in jail for a minute. So we'll see what happens, man. You gonna get the Jack Harlow meal from KFC?
No.
Why not?
Fuck that.
I bet you it's white meat chicken. Yeah, because he's white. I bet you it's white meat. You don't like white meat. Oh, I like the white meat. What do y'all like? The breast and wing? If you don't know, when we worked at KFC, I couldn't tell the difference between white and dark meat. I couldn't tell the difference between the breast and the thigh.
Stupid.
I remember Marcus had said that shit.
You dumb bitch.
He had said that shit like behind my back. He was like, yeah, man, the orders can get messed up because he don't know the difference between the thigh and the breast. I was like, you fucking fat bitch. He really said that shit. I think he knew I heard him, but I was like, this guy right here. But
I was the one making food, so I had to know.
Do you guys like white meat, which is breast and wing, or dark meat, thigh and leg? Dark meat is so trash. That shit is so trash. That shit is really trash. I think my dad likes dark meat.
Cause he a real one.
That shit is so trash, guys.
Like
but anyway,
fake-ass son.
Jack Harlow and KFC announced the Jack Harlow meal. I think I have a video here. That was just.
Yes, it is.
You put mac and cheese?
Hold on.
Got no spicy chicken sandwich.
Yes, it is.
You put mac and cheese on that too? Secret
Is that
recipe
Drewski?
fries?
That's right.
Oh, that's a ranch.
It sound like
You should just
Drewski.
make this my meal. Yeah, I gotta have it.
Sound like Drewski.
Oh, so it's a chicken sandwich. It's not white meat. And macaroni and cheese and fries. That's the Jack Harlow meal. June 6th at KFC, guys. Ooh. They have a picture of him on the cup. Oh, he's from Kentucky. Ah, there we go. I was like, why the fuck are they doing this? He's from Kentucky.
I guess.
Bryson Tiller's from Kentucky. They ain't have a Bryson Tiller meal.
Cause he fell off.
What happened? Yeah, I was gonna say, what happened to that dude?
Just fell off the face of the earth.
I think he had a kid. I think he has a family and shit now.
That's
He
cool.
was never really that great to me.
Bryson Tiller
was
had a little come on, bro. Bryson Tiller was Tory Lanez before Tory Lanez. Well, you know what? His rapping ability, no.
Yeah, no. Yeah, Bryson Tiller was more.
But he definitely had a different, like as far as flow and all that kind of stuff you talk about. Trap soul.
That album was good. That album was good. But after that, it was just like, it was booty. It was a bunch of booty.
Like you snorted earlier.
The XXX Tentacion doc was released on Hulu. I didn't watch it yet. I heard it's really good though. But it was announced on his Instagram that there's an album that is being released next Friday. So this is, I think, this is his second posthumous album, second or third. It's the same title as the documentary. Look at Me, the album. 25 songs. 25 song audio companion to the film Look at Me, XXX Tentacion, spanning X's legendary career, featuring 11 of X's earliest songs on all streaming services for the first time, 13 of X's most loved songs from his classic albums, and Ye and X's Kanye and X True Love as heard in the films and credits.
So it's kind of just a combination of both.
Of some of his early songs that were on streaming, 13 of his classic songs that people deem classic, and the fucking song with him and Kanye West. Oh yeah, Jocelyn Flores is on here. Sad, Moonlight, I recognize him. Jocelyn Flores might be my favorite song from him. Some of these other songs I don't recognize.
Moonlight was good too.
Which one?
Moonlight.
Yeah, Moonlight is on here. What's the one I really like? Oh, Everybody Dies in Their Nightmares.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
on here. That one's on here. Yeah, that one is a classic. Damn.
That is classic. That might be the best one. To me.
That 17 album was really good, man. That I was really sad when they killed that kid, man. That shit really fucked me. I was like, damn, bro, this nigga, and he's from Florida too. I was like, damn, this nigga just got started, bro. But yeah, man, rest in peace to XXX and Tatiana. The album's gonna release next Friday. We only got 2 or 3 more things for music. Future's "Wait for You" featuring Drake was originally for Kanye West. ATL Jacob revealed that "Wait for You" was originally a Kanye West song, but they never finished it. The song ended up getting finished by Future and Drake and has been one of the biggest hits of 2022. I think there's a video here. Kanye would have fucked that up. He would definitely fuck that up. And shout out to ATL Jacob, man, because on that Future album, he had some heat on that shit. Yeah. On the fucking beats that start I think most of the fucking album was his fucking production. That nigga had some heat on that album. Well, let me see what he says. I don't know what this nigga look like.
What's crazy, before "Wait for You" came out, that was one of his favorite songs. So he was like, man, this record crazy. So we was trying some stuff for him, but you know, it just ain't we ain't get to the point where we actually finished "Wait for You." So we did more songs, like we did Pablo on his album. And
that's right.
Songs, Keep It Burning, and just work on different stuff. But in the midst of that, I was learning.
Also, for those that don't know, that "Wait for You" sample, because I think we talked about it on here with Future album when his album came out. It's from Tim's. It's a Tim song. I can't think of the name of the fucking song. I think it's called Higher. Yeah, it's her song called Higher. But he didn't sample that ATL Jacob nigga. He didn't sample the actual song. He sampled her live performance of the song, which the live performance sounds way better than the actual song. But I think producers don't get a lot of credit for some of the shit they do sometimes.
Yeah, because you have to really have an ear for things, man. And we talking about the amount of music you gotta listen to and the range you gotta listen to, especially for like currency beats and stuff like that, man. We talking about it's such a range, especially Raw's beats too, man. It's just you have to have an ear for certain things.
Yeah, definitely. Shout out to ATL Jacob for real, man, because he definitely put some shit together. Yeah, this is what was sampled. This fucking shit is really good too. I keep telling y'all, Tim's can fucking sing her ass off, dog. Cause that's how "Wait for You" starts. She can sing her ass off, bro. Shout out to her, man, for real. Cause I need a fucking 15 song project from Tim so I can light a candle, listen to that shit with my baby. That's what I need. Is there anything else for music? Mm-hmm. Here you go. There is a rumor saying that people saw J. Cole and Drake together shooting a video in Toronto. J. Cole did not have a feature on Drake's album, so people are being optimistic that something new is coming between these two. Fans have reported seeing Drake and J. Cole spotted together shooting a video in Toronto. I'm just throwing out some shit here, guys. What if they did a collab album?
It's not
gonna happen. I don't think that's what this is.
You reaching.
I'm not saying that's what this is. That's why I just said that. I'm just saying, what if they did that?
It wouldn't happen.
Would that be better than him and Kendrick?
No.
I think that. Oh man.
Definitely not. 100% not.
I think that could compete with. I think a Drake and Drake. How would that sound though? I think a Drake and J. Cole album could compete with a J. Cole and Kendrick album.
I don't think it could. Me personally. I think both of these, like Drake and
Why they all up on each other like that?
What?
Yeah, they hugging each other, but why are they all so close to each other? I don't know. What you saying though?
I think by far, like, putting two of the greatest rappers on an entire album would outweigh.
But you said Drake is one of the greatest rappers ever.
I understand, but it's just when we consider fucking Drake, not Drake, J. Cole and Kendrick, I think it would just be crazy.
You're saying it'd be a whole nother elite level.
Yeah, it'd be a whole nother
Drake's
level.
rapping is so good.
Especially of like how visionary Kendrick is.
Yeah, if you mix that with Cole, it would be a little something different. But I think Drake's rapping is so good sometimes that I think
it'd have to be something rapping though. If they made a good album, if it would have to compete with that, I see what you're saying. If it would have to compete with that, it'd have to be like strictly like
Drake's gonna sing on any album.
You can't do that, bro. You gotta
Cole be
rap,
singing
bro.
sometimes too, though.
You can't sing.
I mean, he does his little singing shit sometimes, but I don't know. I'm interested to see what this is gonna be though, or maybe it's just like he's just in a video. Did Drake go on tour for that bullshit album? I don't think he even went on tour for that album. For Certified Lover Boy, I don't remember that.
You don't need to.
Cause I know my girl would have tried to go. Yeah, cause we went to that last one when that last album one. Even though that shit was trash. What was the album before? Oh, Scorpion? No, it wasn't Scorpion. Yeah, it was Scorpion. It was Scorpion.
Was it Scorpion?
Yeah, it was the
Aubrey. two disc.
Yeah, right? The Aubrey and the Three Amigos. Yeah, that's the one we went to. Yeah, he didn't go on tour for this album. I wonder why. That's a little weird. Because that's a lot of money that you
message him
leaving on the table. He ain't gonna respond to me.
He might.
He's not gonna say nothing back. If my girl asks him, he'll say something back. But it's me, he ain't gonna say nothing. Last thing we have for music, sad news from Master P and his family. Master P's daughter actually passed away, man. Damn. He put on Instagram and said, "Our family is dealing with an overwhelming grief for the loss of my daughter, Tatiana. We respectfully request some privacy so that our family can grieve. We appreciate all the prayers, love, and support. Mental illness and substance abuse is a real issue that we can't be afraid to talk about. With God, we can all get through this." And it is saying, they're saying that cops expect it was a fatal overdose. And it says, Master P vows to help others battling addiction. So that kind of goes hand in hand with what he said in the Instagram post. So rest in peace to his daughter, Tatiana, man.
Rest in peace.
And that's all we have for music, guys. We only got a couple things for sports, and then we'll do the little Q&A. Would you rather mashup thing? I have to kind of remember what the shit was. But the first thing we have for sports, Brandon, Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford. There are talks, guys. We've been talking about this fight for a long time on this podcast. It's saying there was rumors today saying that they're closing in on a deal, for an undisputed welterweight championship fight in October in Las Vegas. It says the boxers are still in negotiations and there is no signed agreement yet for the fight, but this will be one of the biggest fights in a long time. Do you think this will be bigger than Fury and what's it called?
And Wilder? I think so.
These two are really good fighters. They're both undefeated, right?
Yeah, they are. Bud is, and even though Bud has more fights.
Bud is Terrence, right?
Yeah.
I think Terrence would beat him though. I think Terrence would beat.
Yeah, I think Bud will tear him up, man. I think so. They'll both fight. They can both fight, man.
Do you think we're speculating, but do you think one of them could knock each other out?
Bud has some power, man. But then again, when you look at his resume, he ain't really fought hard people.
How many people has he fought? Let's see. Terrence Crawford. I want to see this, and I want this to happen.
It's like 37? 37
or something? Oh, 37 now. Let's see. He is 5'8", 34 years old. From where's he from? Omaha, Nebraska. He is 38 and 29 knockouts. And what's Errol Spence's record?
Is it 26?
Errol Spence Jr. 38. Damn, 38 and 0 is pretty good. That's pretty good. He is 28 and 0 with 22 knockouts. Yeah, man, this will be a good fight.
It's gonna be a good fight.
That will be a great fucking fight. Oh man, I hope this fucking happens because we've been waiting for this for a long time. I really hope this shit happens. We gonna see though. Hopefully none of them. What you said that it's like a fucking purse disagreement. They're trying to decide.
Yeah, it was just coming out. It's ever since they first started talking about fighting each other, man. They both had disagreements with the purse amount. So 50-40. I mean 50. They're not definitely not doing it 50-50. One Crawford definitely feels like he deserves more because he's up there as far as fights, and then Errol doesn't want to agree to that, and then vice versa. Both of them, they're just going back and forth.
Bro, he got 10 more wins than you, bro.
Yeah, so.
And more knockouts.
So,
hopefully this happens, man. When's October? How many months? June, July, 4 months? That's not that long.
It's not that long.
That would be a hell of a fight to go to.
Gambosa and Haney's tomorrow, so that's a good fight.
Who?
Haney and.
Oh yeah. I heard of Haney. Before.
I think it's for the belt too.
Yeah, you keep up with boxing way more than I do. That's why when we talk about boxing, I be.
It's been a good couple months for boxing, man. I'm not gonna lie, man. Had some good fights. So, yeah.
All right, guys. Congratulations are in order for LeBron James. He is officially, since yesterday, became a billionaire. Congratulations to that brother LeBron.
I thought he was a billionaire already.
I think he was on his way, but now officially he is now. Since yesterday, officially, because I know we talked about something like this before, but I guess it wasn't official at that time. Yesterday, it is now official. After earning $121.2 million from May of last year to May of this year, LeBron has now accumulated a net worth of $1 billion and is the first active NBA player to become a billionaire. Like, bro, it's so funny because I could have swore like, we said that already, but it was all over SportsCenter yesterday that it is official. He's a billionaire. But I know what you're talking about, bro, because I could have swore that it was official already too.
I could have swore it was too.
But no, I guess it wasn't.
Congratulations, man, LeBron, man.
If you know LeBron's
Black
story,
excellence.
yeah, for real. If you know his story and where he's come from and all that shit, that's gonna be the name of this episode. Black excellence, man. That's gonna be the name of this episode. Black excellence.
I've been naming the past couple ones.
Yeah, man, for real. Black excellence, man.
What
You know his story and the shit he's come from. LeBron's documentary is gonna be the greatest sports documentary ever made when it's all.
I
said
think
and
it'll
done.
be better than The Last Dance.
Yeah, definitely. And Stephen A. When they were talking about this, I don't fuck with Stephen A. like that no more. But he said some shit on First Take today. He was like, "We are gonna miss that man when he's gone." I mean, it's 100% true. When LeBron retires, that is gonna be one of the saddest days in NBA history. That's gonna be one of the saddest days in NBA history when that man retires, because who is the next up and coming?
That's what I'm thinking in my
LeBron?
head. I'm thinking about like who is the next person at this next generation that is going to be to that caliber. And you're talking about greater caliber. And because every generation it successively gets better than the next.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about better than LeBron. Like that's crazy. That would be crazy shit to fucking see.
That would be.
That would be just crazy. Athleticism and all that. That would be crazy to see. I can't fathom that.
That definitely would. I'm more.
But it's gonna happen.
It probably will. It probably will, because as like you said, as generations go by, like
people evolve.
Yeah, that's exactly.
You get stronger, you get bigger, you get your ability to get taller, just more progressive. The people that you learn from, it's just crazy.
I'm more so tripping on that he made $121 million from last year made to this year, man. In a year, this nigga made $121 million from off the field, off the court, and on the court. That's fucking crazy. Congrats to that man, LeBron, man. Congratulations to LeBron. I know I played around about LeBron in the past on this podcast and shit, but that guy has done a lot of great things, man.
Yeah, you set an example for a lot of African American people, man, and people in general, not just African American. Yeah. Tried to be like that example. So.
And he seems like he's a really great person. I sent Brandon a video earlier where he was talking about he denied Reebok's $10 million check that before he went into the NBA. Because he just knew that there was something, and they told him he said they slid him the check on the table, and he was like, they were like, "Oh, you can take this $10 million now, but you cannot talk to Nike or Adidas." And he said he made the decision himself before he went to that meeting that he wanted to talk to all three of those companies before he made a decision. He was coming from the projects at that time, so. And I was telling Brandon earlier, like, imagine a 17, 18-year-old seeing a $10 million check to make that decision. Like, LeBron is a very mature. Like, even a lot of interviews that pop up that I see on Twitter of LeBron when he was 18 and he had cameras all, I can't even fucking imagine going through that shit at 18 years old, dog.
The amount of pressure, too.
The amount of poise that man had at 18 years old to conduct, because he spoke with high intelligence and everything back then. Like, he was spot on. Like, I remember one guy asked him on the court, he was like, how much pressure is it on you to come in, like, to go to the next level? And he was like, there's no pressure at all. There's no pressure. Like, everything, all his answers back then were spot on, perfect. Like, that guy doesn't get a lot of credit.
Because he was raised well.
Yeah, he doesn't. Yeah, he definitely was. He doesn't get a lot of credit for that shit that he did. I tell people that all the time. The amount of shit LeBron went through in high school, the amount of pressure that was on that man when he went to the league, that is unfathomable to think about, to be able to do at 18 years old. So, again, congrats to that man, bro, for real. Shout out to LeBron, man. I don't see him win another ring, but hopefully he does. Just have to throw that in there. Gotta throw a little jab every now and again. NBA Finals. Celtics and Warriors. Yeah, the last time we did the podcast, the Heat. Yeah, we lost. All right, we lost. We lost on Sunday, guys. We lost. Jimmy Butler took a little shot. He missed. We lost. Game 7 on Sunday. Celtics Warriors. The first game was last night. The fucking Warriors were handling business up until the fourth quarter. I think the Celtics outscored the Warriors 40-16 in the fourth quarter. They won game 1 in San Francisco. Curry came out with 6 threes in the first quarter. That was a really good fucking game. That was a really good game, guys. The Celtics, bro, them niggas, they got a squad, bro. And Jason Tatum played like ass, and they still won. Jason Tatum played like straight doo-doo, and them niggas still fucking won the fucking game, bro. Because Al Horford stepped up, Jaylen Brown stepped up. The other fucking light-skinned nigga that looks weird as fuck, looks like a little chipmunk, he fucking stepped up.
It's fucked up.
I think... I think the Celtics could really win. I think they can win that shit, dog. But I don't see it happening. But I think they really got a legit shot to win this fucking shit. I think they have a really good size advantage against the Warriors. They got shooters just like the Warriors got some. They not better shooters than Clay and Steph, but they got some shooters. Draymond was ass last night too. That nigga was ass. Draymond was fucking ass. It's like the only person that did shit was Curry. But that was a good game, man. But we gonna see what happens, man. And the schedule, man. I don't know why they fucking showing the game so fucking late. The game last night came on at fucking 9. On Sunday, the game come on at 8. Wednesday, they're going to Boston. That starts at 9 on the East Coast at 9 o'clock. And that don't make no fucking sense. Why are the Boston games starting at 9 o'clock at night? That don't make no fucking sense on a weekday. We ain't got no Saturday games.
That don't make any sense.
We got a Friday game. Game 4 is going to be on Friday at 9 o'clock in Boston. That don't make no fucking sense, guys. I don't understand that, but...
Normally, what would games start at? 7?
I think last night should start at 8. Sunday at 8, that's cool. I think all the games should start at 7 or 8. The ones in California should start at 7.
So we talking about what, 2 hours?
3-hour difference in California.
No, I'm talking about for the stretch of a game.
It's like 2.5, almost 3 hours sometimes. That game went off last night at like, it started at 9. It probably ended at, 2.5 hours. It ended at like 11:30, 11:45. The Warriors were stunned too. They were fucking stunned because them niggas came out in that fourth quarter on fire, the Celtics, and them niggas was kind of stunned. But after the game, they was like, oh, he was first to 4, not 1. But I think they know now, like, all right, these niggas ain't playing.
Yeah.
And I want to see the Warriors
think they playing with their food a little bit?
It was a back and forth game the whole game. It was, but at the end of that fourth quarter, they had a 12-point lead. They probably didn't take them as seriously as they thought. They went to that.
They probably thought it was just going there and sweep them.
They went to that fourth quarter.
You think Miami would have gave them a better run for their money, or as much?
Than Warriors? I don't know, man. We took Boston to 7 games, and Boston beat them niggas last night. So I don't know. I really don't know. Cause you know what? It's funny. I was thinking about that when we was playing.
But like we said, just barely. They beat the Heat, just barely.
We could have won that. We could have won that fucking series. If Jimmy played that last possession a little better, we could have won that fucking series and we could be in the finals. But we'll never know, man. Shout out! I want Boston to lose because they beat us, of course, and I want to see the Warriors win another one. They get their 4th ring. But Curry came out on a fucking mission, and then he came out on a fucking because, like I said last week, I said Curry's gonna fucking try to get that Finals MVP because he's never won that shit. Iguodala won and Kevin Durant won the other 2. He's trying to get that Finals MVP. He came out shooting last night. That nigga was hitting everything when the game first started, but. Hopefully Boston loses because y'all niggas beat us. Fuck y'all niggas. Hopefully the Warriors win, but whatever happens, happens. We'll see, man. Hopefully it's a good series. I hope it goes 7 games. I hope we get all 7 games of this shit. And that's all we got for sports, man.
Yeah.
So we're on like 1 hour and 25, so we'll spend like 10 minutes on this last segment here, guys. If you have anything for our Q&A segment, send that to socialjunkiepod@gmail.com. socialjunkiepod@gmail.com. What time is it? 10:45. I got some time. What was the question that I had? All right, I got it. All right, look. So, again, socialjunkiepod@gmail.com if you have anything you want us to debate about on the Q&A segment. We got to go back to the streets, bro. It ain't going to be... I probably got to go to work next Saturday. But we'll see. We got to definitely go this month, bro. June, because it's hot now, too. We got to go. We got to go out to the streets and ask these niggas questions. We got a whole list of questions.
Work.
Yeah, that's true. But we got to see what we're going to do.
Yeah.
We got to see what we're going to do. But there was a TikTok that I saw a while ago. Damn, what the fuck was the TikTok? Oh, okay, I remember now. See, my memory is so bad. But there was a TikTok. I sent it to Brandon, too. So apparently, it's like, y'all know how Reddit is really dark. Like, Reddit be having some dark shit sometimes and fucked up stories. So there was this little TikTok that I was looking at the time, and there was a whole bunch of people telling stories on Reddit and shit. So one guy was saying, I think they had posed a question, and it was like, what was the worst moment or the lowest moment of your life or some shit like that. And this guy was saying at his wedding, him and his wife needed a DJ, and she knew a DJ, but it was her ex-boyfriend from years ago. And he wasn't gonna charge anything. So he was like, fuck it, that nigga's from the past. I'm finna get married, and it's a free DJ. Fuck it, invite that nigga. So they invited the DJ to the wedding. So apparently, I don't remember how the whole story goes exactly, and I'm not gonna try to find it because it's gonna take too long. And that video is like 3 minutes long or some shit like that. But he said when the DJ locked eyes with his wife, everybody was having a good time. But he saw the DJ and his wife lock eyes at a certain point during the wedding. And his wife didn't see him. And he said he kind of went off to the side. his wife didn't see him, and he said his wife started looking around to try to find him, but she didn't see him because he was hiding or some shit. Because I guess the husband wanted to see what they were going to do. Like, he wanted to see, like, what was going on. So he said the DJ went to the bathroom, and it was a family restroom. And he assumed that his wife went to the family restroom as well. So he said he went by the restroom. It was 3 restrooms, one men, women's, and the family one. And he said he went by there to see who was going to come out. And he said a little bit of time went by. The guy came out, I believe, first. I don't remember the exact order, but I believe the guy came out first. And then like 5 minutes later, his wife came out of the same family restroom. Y'all know the family restroom is one restroom. It's like just one door and there's one restroom in there. So he confronted her about it. And then she tried to say that nothing happened. She said that he was helping her with her dress. But she swears to him that nothing happened in the family restroom of their wedding. She swears to him, and you remember this shit, right? Mm-hmm. And she never admitted to cheating, but I don't know if they got divorced or anything. Oh, I think they did get divorced. I gotta find it. I can't look at it right now, but anyway, that ain't got nothing to do with what we talking about. But I just thought that was interesting.
What?
It does. It ties in a little bit to the question I'm gonna pose.
What did he say?
It ties into the question a little bit. I'm just saying, like, we're not gonna talk about that situation specifically. But yeah, that was fucked up. It was like when I saw that shit, I was like, damn, that's fucked up. And I think he said like he hasn't remarried since. Yeah, he did divorce that lady, from what I remember. Because he said he couldn't fathom why you chose that guy to try to help you with something with your dress. Because it wasn't that. She was in there sucking dick and they was in there doing something. That's what happened. Like on the wedding day.
Penis. On
the wedding day, guys. So here's the question I'm going to pose to you, sir.
Fellatio.
Would you rather, I don't know if I should say would you rather or what's worse. This is a hypothetical scenario because I have to put it in a certain way. Would you rather on your wedding day, you find your wife in the parking lot having sex with a man in the car, butt ass? Remember that video where the nigga caught his girl in the car? Would you rather on your wedding day, you stumble upon your wife having sex in the car with another man, butt ass naked, or your 18-year-old daughter becomes a porn star? And I mean like Brazzers type shit.
Former, probably, definitely wife and they wedding.
The wife in the wedding? Yeah. Why?
It's an easier situation to handle.
Than your 18-year-old daughter getting brazzed. Is that a word? Are you a fan of Brazzers?
Not really.
You a Brazzer? I wasn't either. They did a little.
I like that homemade stuff.
They did a little too much. Yeah, me too. Yeah, it's my nigga. It's my nigga. What was the name of this episode? Black Excellence?
Black Excellence.
Again, guys, would you rather on your wedding day you stumble upon your wife in the parking lot with another man having sex? I know it's some crazy shit, but that story I just told was some crazy shit that she went to the bathroom and fucking was with the DJ. I know it's some crazy shit, but hey, shit happens. Would you rather that you find your wife in the car, fuck another man, she butt ass naked in broad daylight, or would you rather your 18-year-old daughter become a porn star?
It's just an easier situation to just handle that disappointment right there and heartbreak for that quick second than having to tell your daughter constantly stop sucking that dick.
You can't tell her that. She's gonna keep doing it.
Well, there you go.
You can't say it like that. It's like, what do you do if your daughter's like, Dad, I'm becoming a porn star. There's nothing you can say to stop me.
I don't know, bro. To be honest,
do you disown your daughter? Do you not talk to your daughter for years?
I don't know. To be honest, I don't know. I hope I have never had
what do you
come
think?
to that conversation.
What do you think you would do?
Throw his hands. I don't know.
Oh man,
what would you do?
I'm thinking that was a tough one, man. I thought about this question, but I didn't think of the answer that I would choose. But I want to say the same thing that you said, mainly because you can always find another woman. I know it's gonna hurt to see that, especially on your wedding day. Because when I saw that video, I watched that shit like 2 or 3 times, and I was like, bro, that is fucked up, bro. On your fucking, the audacity to do that shit on your fucking wedding day, dog.
That's some crazy shit.
On your fucking wedding day, bro. And them Reddit stories, you could tell them shits be true because it be some crazy shit these niggas. And they know that people can't see their faces and people don't know who they are. So niggas be
and a lot of people, sometimes even though you can't see their faces and know who they are, they make throwaway accounts. That's how you know they're real. Because what you gonna go to the lengths of making a throwaway account and then tell this whole story on a throwaway?
Yeah, I think that I would pick the same one because you can like the pain.
It's just like that temporary pain that you just feel that it's not like there's so much you did with your daughter up to 18 years old. That crushing disappointment is just gonna be there forever.
I wonder how many fathers are cool with their daughters being porn stars right now.
Some sick fathers are. I don't know. Because how can you ever be cool with that? Like how? Like why do you need to lower yourself for that kind of like for money and all that kind of stuff? Like and even if it's not money, it's worse. Like why are you doing it then?
Because it's like you at a certain age, at 18 years old. I mean, you can't tell your daughter what to do anymore.
I get it.
So it's like, I know, man. I know. That's a tough one, man. Oh, man. I think I'm gonna say the first one though. And I don't have a daughter. I have 2 sons right now. So, they always say it's. Do you think it's harder having a daughter or son? You say daughter, right?
I'd probably say it's a daughter.
I would say daughter too.
The way I see that, it seems easier with you and your 2. So
with your boys.
It just seems like it'll be less for me to worry about than a girl. Man,
but maybe mothers say the opposite. Maybe mothers say girls are easier.
Nah.
I think it's a gender thing.
Because then a mom knows what to look out for and what she has to go through more so than a man.
For her daughter, right?
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. So a mom would say that.
Because it's still like they had to understand what they had to go through, and it's even worse nowadays. Okay. Yeah. So like,
I see what you're saying. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with the first one, guys. As bad as that would hurt me, man, to fucking on the wedding day, the audacity of that happening, like a girl to actually do that. I wonder if that's actually happening in the world. I wonder if that's actually happening.
Did you hear me?
Yeah, I heard you say you air that bitch out. I wonder if that would actually happen though. Like if that's actually happening in real life. Like a guy caught his wife having sex on their wedding day. Like the audacity to do that. Like on the day you're getting married, you about to go on a honeymoon and fuck your husband for who knows how long.
I'm gonna go ahead and write you out this receipt. You go ahead and pay me back in 90 days for this wedding.
For the wedding?
I keep the gifts, and we still gonna turn up.
so you gonna catch in the parking lot and go back in and still party?
Pretty much.
No.
What can you do? You already paid. Yeah, I'll still be feeling it, but y'all still be there. Y'all be there. Y'all still catch me.
No, you wouldn't. I know you would. I know how mad you would get, bro. You would leave.
Like I said, air it out first.
But it would get so bad, it'd be like, all right, we gotta end this shit. This shit's over with. This is over. Like, you catch your wife in the parking lot in broad daylight getting fucked by another man. And what if it's your best man?
I'm gonna beat your ass.
I'm not saying me, nigga. God damn. I would be your best man at your wedding, but I'm not saying in that situation. Well, what would y'all say, man? Would you rather catch your wife getting fucked in broad daylight on your wedding day, or your 18-year-old daughter become a porn star on her 18th birthday? I added that little part in there. Her 18th birthday. I added that in there.
You always adding shit in, bro.
I was trying to think of a hard situation. I guess that wasn't too hard. Next week I'm gonna think of something harder than that one. That one is kind of hard though. It is still hard to pick out of those two. But I think what? You singing and shit?
No. This guy.
Stick it right here. Was that not a hard one though?
No, that was actually a pretty hard one.
Okay. Next week I'm gonna think of a harder one though.
Shit,
I was like
gonna
this.
be harder than that.
I was like this. What can I think of? It's gonna be really hard, and this nigga's gonna have a hard. That's what I was doing in the shower. Y'all gotta watch the video to see what I just did. Sick bastard. Again, socialjunkiePod@gmail.com if you have anything you want us to discuss for the Q&A segment, guys. Yeah, man. That's it. Is the fucking speaker playing? Yeah, it ain't over. Yeah, my fucking shit's finna die in a second. But anyways, man, thank y'all, man. If you made this far into the episode, we appreciate every single person that made it all the way through. As always, man, good shit, nigga. Why have you been playing with that toy? This nigga's over here playing with toys.
Restless. Restless.
You're restless? What time is it? We got some time. Apple Podcast, Spotify, and SoundCloud every single week for this podcast, guys. This is a weekly podcast. I think our 3-year anniversary is coming up. Believe it or not, I think it's coming up in a couple weeks. It is. In a couple weeks.
I thought it was August.
It's June. It's this month, I think. We'll see afterwards. But yeah, man, Apple Podcast, Spotify, and SoundCloud. every single week, man. YouTube videos, couple days after the audio episodes drop. Like and subscribe on YouTube, man. We appreciate all y'all, man, from the bottom of our hearts. Episode 140 will be next week, guys.
Rest in peace to those who killed.
Rest in peace to all the people that lost their lives, man. For real. We're gonna play one of the best diss records of all time to get up out of here. As I said, episode 140 will be next week. I'm P. That's Brandon. No, it's episode 139 next week. No, this is episode 139.
Wait.
I think I said 138 earlier, guys. I don't know. I really don't know. Was 138 last week? It don't matter. We'll be back.
Goddamn, I'm glad y'all set it off. Used to be